Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you about toxic nutritional beliefs and pinpointing the toxic thoughts that we believe about food and about nutrition so we can overcome any kind of challenges that we have. When I work with clients, one thing that I'm always looking for and picking up on are these toxic nutritional beliefs that each one of us have. Now, these beliefs can come from lots of different places, but they're often from either dieting on a chronic level or things that we have grown up to believe, that our parents have told us, that the media has told us, and they really dictate the way that we relate to food and our relationship with food. One of the biggest toxic nutritional beliefs that I have encountered within myself and with my clients is believing that all food makes us fat. Now, I know that that might sound a little bit silly to some of you, but on some level, for people who have spent years and years dieting chronically, they do have a great fear of food. And it's not just unhealthy food, but it's all food, because there's this really negative relationship that they've had with food for whatever reason, and food has been a very painful topic for them. And so it's easy to get into the mindset that all food makes me fat, that no matter what I do, I always gain weight, I can't lose it, and it's the food's problem, it's not my own. When we view food as an enemy, and that's really what we're doing when we think that all food makes us fat, all food is bad. When we view food as an enemy, we live in a chronic stress response. Think about it. When you're under attack, what happens? We go into fight or flight because we're under attack. So if we're viewing something as an enemy, food, and we have to eat to live, we're eating our enemy. And when that enemy invades, our body starts to go into a stress response. When we're in a stress response, we're secreting stress hormones, insulin, cortisol, adrenaline. Our digestion is inhibited. We're not able to assimilate and absorb nutrients. Our hormones are affected. Our metabolism is affected. Everything is affected when we are in a stress response, because our stress response is only made to last for a short amount of time. Once we've fought off whatever we needed to, fled from whatever we've needed to, or escaped, then that stress response needs to end. But what happens is we keep this stress response going, and it becomes chronic when we start to view food or different food types as bad or as an enemy. Another toxic nutritional belief that has to do with this is either believing carbs are bad or are evil. I've had clients say carbs are evil, fat is bad, fat makes me fat, carbs make me fat. Well, every time that you eat these foods, you're going to be in a chronic low-level stress response because you believe that these foods are like enemies to your body. Now, there are no good and bad foods. Food does not have a moral compass. It's not plotting against you. It's just food. It's just sitting there. It's what we do with food that's either going to be beneficial or harmful to our bodies. If we're manufacturing food, if we're processing it, if we're adding a bunch of chemicals, yeah, those foods are not going to be beneficial for your body. But the food itself isn't bad. It's what we've done to the food that's made it harmful. We need to change the toxic beliefs that we have about food and about nutrition if we want to change our relationship with food and with our body. It's really important to look at your beliefs that are actually more like dogmatic beliefs, that are kind of like your 10 commandments about food, that are really causing the most fear and anxiety. Other ones that I hear are, you need to eat so many times a day in order to lose weight, or following a certain diet is the only way that you're going to lose weight or be healthy. These are not necessarily true. But that big one that I hear all the time, and that's an underlying cause of such a dysfunctional relationship with food, is that food is bad. Food makes me fat. Food is an enemy. And it's not. Food is not your enemy. Food is keeping you alive. It's nourishing your body. But if you're eating foods that are harming your health, it could be easy to see that. You need to change your mindset. If you believe food is an enemy, to switch it to food is here to nourish my body. It's keeping me alive. It's keeping me here on earth, present and living. Food is a very, very intimate topic that we could talk for hours and hours about, which I do talk for hours and hours about. But really, if you have this toxic nutritional belief where you believe all food makes you fat, carbs make you fat, fat makes you fat, it's not true. It's the types of carbs, it's the types of fats, it's what we've done to our food that could be harming your body. But not all fat in general makes you fat. Not all carbs are evil. Not all food is evil. There is no good and bad. Food is food. It's here to keep you alive, but it can also harm you if we abuse it. What are some of those toxic nutritional beliefs that you have held as truth that are causing fear and anxiety when it comes to feeding yourself and when it comes to the way that you see your body? Once you start to pinpoint those toxic nutritional beliefs and turn them into life-giving beliefs, you will see your relationship with food in your body change. I would love to know what your toxic nutritional beliefs are. I know for me, I was so afraid of carbs, for instance, and I know so many people are, but carbs were really my enemy. And it's funny, when I started to eat a plant-based diet, I obviously had to eat a lot of carbs to get protein and enough calories, and my body started to change and I started to lose weight. And it was such a relief, but it really exposed a lot of truth in me as well, that when we have this fear towards food, we just live in stress, and your body will never change if it is always under stress. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave me a comment below, like this video, share it, and have a great day. Bye-bye.